Some people will say Extreme Rules 2020 was good, others will say it was bad, but I say it was pretty weird. And I'm not just talking about the swamp fight. Let's go through the weirdest moments from the one night WWE goes Extreme. First up, Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio's eye for an eye match. I don't know about you, but I was kind of squeamish watching this one. Both wrestlers attacking each other's eyes just isn't the most pleasant thing in the world. However, the weird part came at the end. Rollins pushed Rey's right eye into the steel steps and basically forced it out of the eye socket. It was made even worse when we could see a glimpse of the eyeball in between Mysterio's fingers as he was taken away. On top of that, Seth Rollins even vomited when he realized what had happened. I have to give props to both wrestlers and the production team on this one. They did a good job. Maybe this is more disgusting, but it is definitely weird. During the Raw Women's Championship match, the champion, Asuka, attempted to spray the challenger, Sasha Banks, with mist, but hit the referee by mistake. Bayley took advantage of the situation by decking Asuka with her title belt. That's pretty normal. What was weird is that Bayley then stripped the referee of his shirt and counted the pinfall to award the victory to Sasha Banks. Since when does just throwing on a shirt give you the authority? It was just a strange way to end the match, and it felt kind of lame, but compared to everything else in the show, this was pretty tame. Up next is the swamp fight. Yeah, this is a cinematic match, but it doesn't mean it wasn't weird. So it began with Braun Strowman looking around for Bray Wyatt. Braun was ambushed by some random guys, and after fighting them off, he was hit in the back with a shovel. The person holding the weapon turned out to be himself? Yeah, OG Black Sheep Strowman attacked the real Braun with a gardening tool. Anyways, after being knocked out, Strowman woke up wrapped in chains. Bray Wyatt chatted with him a bit, and then a lady with a snake walked in, and the reptile bit the monster among men. I guess that's not the first time we've seen that in WWE. So then Braun woke up by a fire and got attacked by some more random goons. This time, however, Strowman actually throws one of them into the flames, sending the man running away in a blaze. Are we sure this show is still PG? After that, a mysterious woman on a nearby dock calls to Strowman. It turns out the woman is Alexa Bliss, and she tells Braun Strowman he doesn't have to do this, and to follow her. This just allows Wyatt to get the jump on Braun, and the two proceed to have some splashy in the water. The rest of the match is pretty normal, except for the Fiend emerging from a pool of blood at the very end. This past episode of Raw marked the return of Shane McMahon, who we haven't seen since 2019. He introduced something new called Raw Underground, which took place backstage in the WWE Performance Center. Wrestlers fought each other in a ring with no ropes, surrounded by a small crowd, so it was sort of a WWE version of Fight Club. Anyways, one of the competitors was a giant named Dabba-Kato. He viciously beat down two other men and defeated them in only a matter of seconds. But who exactly is this giant? Well, his name is Babatunde, originally from Wrocław, Poland. He's a former football player and even played for the Minnesota Vikings during the 2015 preseason. Babatunde made the jump to wrestling in 2016 when he was signed by WWE. Since then, the Polish Nigerian has mostly competed at untelevised NXT events. Babatunde officially made his debut in 2018 when he entered the Greatest Royal Rumble at number 37. He made an impressive debut, but was eliminated by another giant, Braun Strowman. Besides that, Babatunde's also wrestled a few matches for the now defunct organization, Evolve. Additionally, Babatunde also appeared in the Netflix movie The Main Event earlier this year. He played the main villain, Samson, and, spoiler, he loses to a kid in a steel cage match. Anyways, Babatunde, or should I say Dabba-Kato, hasn't had much time to shine, but maybe now we'll start seeing him on a full-time basis. If you watch Backlash, then you saw that the Viking Raiders and Street Profits match had a bit of everything. Golf clubs, bowling balls, and ninjas. And no, I'm not making this up. The teams formed an alliance when Akira Tozawa appeared with a group of masked men on bikes. Together, the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders defeated Tozawa's goons, but all of a sudden, a 7'3" ninja appeared. The two teams decided to hightail it, leaving Tozawa behind. But who was that giant behind the mask? Well, he's an NXT wrestler named Jordan Amagbahine. Don't recognize him? That's because he hasn't officially debuted yet. Amagbahine was signed back in October of 2018 and has been training at the WWE Performance Center. He's wrestled a few matches at some untelevised NXT events and is practically undefeated, only losing once in a 6-man tag. I'm sure once he makes his official debut, Jordan won't be wearing a ninja outfit, but you gotta start somewhere. So do you think Backlash was good, bad, or somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comments, and then check out the video on the right for some more content. With that, I'm Zach from Tap Out Corner, and take it easy.